Hey guys, okay, so I know that the new websites seem really scary, but I promise you, they look great. Those of you that did get a chance to meet me, they look awesome. If not, it's okay. I'm definitely going to make sure that we're all good to go. Definitely, when y'all come back in the fall, anybody working 12 month, let me know. I will be back in the office on July 20th. That's a Tuesday. So I'll be back in here to help out with that. But in the meantime, hopefully this video will be helpful. So I'm gonna just go ahead and jump right in here. So we're gonna talk about the banners because that's really the main, that's like the main, almost like a billboard, your announcements on your front page now. So it won't be like the scrolling down. So it will be a little different there, but you can make those images. I'm gonna show you how to do that here. And we'll also go over uploading that to your website so that you can see it. So like I said, just bear with me here. This might be a little lengthier than my other videos, but I just want to make sure that you guys have everything that you need to get started with this. Okay, so the website that we're using is Pixlr X. This is a free online editor. So the website is Pixlr, is pixlr.com/x/. So I will put that link in the video description also on YouTube. So I'll put that in there. But when you get an email from me, you should be able to get that and the template that we're about to use. So just make sure that you have that. There's another version of this I think you have to pay for, so that's why I'm using that exact URL. Okay, but when you first pull up the website, this is what it looks like. I'm going to click on open image. All right. And this is going to open up the file explorer on your computer. Okay. Let's see, we have the banner. Should be this one right here. Yes. Okay. I'm going to hit open. So like I said, you need to make sure that you have this banner before you come up here because that's the whole point. So this template is sized to 1000 by 400 pixels. So that's the exact dimension for your banner as well on the website. So that way you don't have to do any guesswork. There's no trying to guess and estimate and crop it on your own. This will make the graphic exactly that size. When you save it, it'll be exactly that size. So that's a good thing there. So let's come over here. Let's see. Let me go. Oh, these ads keep popping up at the bottom, and that's okay. Just close them out or ignore them. You don't have to worry about that. So now what we're gonna do is, let's see, I will actually do one where we're making one with text, because that's a biggie right now for that. So I'm gonna come over here. They have the menu on this side here. If you guys can see, follow along with me here. All right, add image. That's how you would add an image. You can say either browse from your computer, a URL, which is a website, or a stock image. Like I said, it's more than one way to do that. You can add that here, or you can hit the plus sign down here, and that will open this up for you to add a layer. So everything in here is like I said, it very much so mimics Photoshop editing. So everything's in layers. So of course, whatever's on the top layer is going to be visible, and then so on and so forth down. So I'm gonna cancel that for right now. All right. So adding an element. Adding an element is basically just saying, like, you can add a shape. They have stickers. You can put a border on this, an overlay. So they have, it's really cool online software. They have a lot of options, but we're going to go to shape, and then I'm going to go to geometric. Like I said, this is just to get me started on this if I'm making a graphic with text. It's a little simpler with photos, but as you can see, they have all those shapes down there. I usually start with this one because it has a white background. Okay, so that pops up in the middle here. So you can move it around. But what I want to do is stretch that out to cover up this whole thing. And I'm doing it this way just so that anyone that doesn't do graphic editing, you'll see exactly how you can get around that and not have to worry about that part. So go. Okay, there we go. All right. So now I have a fully white background, right? Okay, and close that guy. Over here, you also have the T for adding the text. So I could click on that. So you can add new text. They also have these little templates down here. So it's very, that's like a more poppy, almost like Instagram type things, real social media-esque. But you don't have to use these. If you want to, go for it. But we're going to add new text. All right. And just to note, it added a layer over here. So like I said, whatever's on the top is going to be most visible first. So here, it did put text there. It's white. So I will go ahead and change that to black at the fill. I'm going to change that to black. Okay. Or you could also do that one. They have some stock colors down here already picked out, but you could pick any color on the hex spectrum, which is just all the colors in the rainbow, basically. So it automatically pops up with this. I don't know why, but we're going to change that text. I have a flyer here from Wilson High School. They're changing to Manor High School, and it's a flyer about them being temporarily relocated to IC Norco. So that is all the information in there. So all I'm going to do is literally just copy this text. All right. And then come over here. I click on it and it turns, it makes it editable for me. I'm going to paste it. Okay. So that's just throwing the text right in there. Again, I know that this is a little different. It's not a PDF dimension or like a, Word document. It's a strip, like I said, more like a billboard for these banners. So this is a little bit different there with the editing, but like I said, it's definitely doable. Let's see here. So I will move that, and just so that you know what I clicked on, arrange and style, is how I can get back to this little moving cross arrow here so that you can move it around. So I'll say temporary located. Let's see, Wilson / Manor High School 2, IC Norcom High School, 1801 London Boulevard, Portsmouth, VA. All right, so we got that there. Let's see, I'm just going to go back to the Word document. And they got the office hours and the phone number. Yep, let's see here. Okay. So we'll make sure we get all this information up here. Now, you maybe wonder how this is all going to fit. It's a great question. So one thing about that is just, resizing the text. Like I said, this just dropped it in at this generic um, size, but you can definitely change that around. So I'm going to go back to the T over here, add text. So I'm back over here. I'm able to edit in this. Let's see here. Where did it go? Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right. So I'm double clicking in there. Let's see. I'm going to hit enter. And just for right now, I'm just going to paste that in here just so you can see. So as you can see, that is much lower. It's longer than the banner space will allow. Okay. So the way that I would go around that is basically just putting this all to the right or the left. So what I mean by that is just aligning to the left or aligning to the right. Sometimes everything in the center won't stay there just because it is too long. It's just too much information. So let's see here. I want to edit the layer I'm on. It seems to not be showing me that. Let me see here. There we go. Okay. So all I did was click add new text. So I'm gonna back up really quickly. Okay. So this is my text layer. I have that highlighted. It just changed it white. So I'm going over to add text. It's going to ask me if I want to do a new layer and all these little cool things that we talked about before. Just click add text. Okay, and now it's opened up where I can edit that. So what I want to do is, of course, change that to black. We're just going to change that again back to black. And that's what I want to do step by step, because sometimes, things can happen. I just don't want anyone to freak out about any pop-ups or anything like that. So we're going to do this together. All right, temporarily located to IC Norcom High School, and that information is there. Okay, so what I would do is I would align that to, let's do the left, right? So that doesn't look too great. So what we'll do is try aligning it to the right. And if you don't like that either, then the third option would, of course, be to center it back. But with that, you would just change the size of the text. So, of course, for this, it's already at 40. So what I want to do is bring it down to, I don't know, maybe 30. See how that looks. So that's at 30. So that's already much better. So what I'll do is come down here, and I'm going to cut this out and paste it somewhere else. So I just hit Control X to cut. That's just the way I prefer to do it. All right. So now, got that. All right, and we're aligned at the center. Good. Okay. So all that's in there. So we have temporarily located. All right. So we're going to put that right there. Kind of don't mind that being off to the side. Okay. And then we'll come over here. Let's see here. I want to get rid of these extra layers. So to do that, I just click on it. If you can see where I'm at over here, click on that little menu and then hit remove, delete the layer. Okay. So that takes that away. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. And this is good if you want to delete any other layer as well. So delete that. Okay, good. So coming back to this guy, we have that there. I will add another text layer. So with that, I want to duplicate. Okay, and I'm only doing that because it's exactly how I want it. I want it to be black text, transparent background, all of that. All right, so duplicated that. So now I have two. So then here, now I can just come in and paste the information that I had. Okay, so I will make that all on one line. And the office hours are from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that's all I'm doing is just bringing everything up. So I will actually take that line out. And like I said, you have the liberty to, to edit this the way that you need to. Okay. Of course, just trying to still get the information out there, but you have the freedom to do that because you have to make it fit on the website. So that's the main goal, is to have it fit in the dimensions that we're now using. So I'm going to put on all right. Counseling office. I'll say office phone. Yep, so that's the office phone, counseling office, and the office hours are from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay. Excuse me. So now we'll come back over here. I'm gonna run the text out again. I'm gonna align that to the left. See how that looks? So that's to the left. Line it to the right. That's to the right. I actually kind of like that better. Okay. So now that's there. So the text is up there. All right. Now with this one, if you see, it's kind of like a little they kind of match here, that that little slant, little slant space. So for this guy, we can actually make this bigger now that we have it in there. So I'm going to type that in. I'm going to say 40. All right. And that is too big. So I'm going to try 35. Okay. And then what I can also do as far as styling it, I can bold it, italicize, you can do all those things in here as well. So I'm going to bold that so that people see that. Okay. Boom. All right. So we got that there. Let me see. Maybe I want to change some of the colors here. You could do that also. All right. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to underline that. Where's that underline? Let's see. Matter of fact, I'm going to just change the color. So the colors are now red and black for Manor High School. So it's been changed now officially. So I will put that at red. Okay. So just note that it does do the whole block of text. So that is one thing that's a little different from like Microsoft Word or Photoshop. If you do that in here, it'll change that whole text layer. Now the way around that would just be to highlight what you want and put that in a new text layer like we just did with these other ones, and then just paste it in there, and then make that whatever color you want. I just want to make sure that that is noted. All right, so we have temporarily located, Woodrow Wilson Manor High School 2. I see Norcom High School. All right, so we have that information there. So got that. That's there. Okay. I'm gonna close that. All right. I want to rearrange. There we go. All right. So now this space right here, thinking I'll put the logo there, just so that that'll have something to fill there. I could do the logo, either like the the announcement, that type of horn, or anything like that. Some people use like an exclamation point or something. So whatever you want to do there, just be creative. I'm going to actually put their logo there. So that. I'm just looking at where that is located. All right, so have the new logo, right? Now, cool thing with this is that you can also drag and drop in here. So it's going to ask me if you drag and drop it, this will pop up. This is, do you want to add the image as a layer in the current document or create a new one? So creating a new, document would be creating a whole new template here. So we don't want to do that. I do want to add to the current. So click add current, and then it comes in like this, which is, it's like, oh no, it's huge. So all you need to do is slide that down till you get to these dots, and just make it smaller so it fits in here. There you go. All right. Okay. So that is what that will look like if we keep it like that. Okay. And that's it. Yep. So now we're done with that. When you're finished with everything, hit save, and it'll open this up. The file name, again, just like with your documents too, just try to put those underscores there in between the words in your picture name, because if not, it'll do that weird little addition, like I think it's like percent sign 20 or something like that for spaces, which just makes it very cumbersome to remember and see. So I'm going to say MHS, because it's Manor High School. I'm just going to say announcement. Whatever this only matters to you. If you know, just something that you can remember because you're the one's going to be doing this. So whatever little archive system you have, I know I use putting the date in front of mine and then with the year leading and then whatever the name is for the document, just so I can keep better track. But whatever works for you, do that. Okay. So down here, yes, we want to be a JPEG. The quality is at 90%. I'm going to put it to 100. 90 is fine too. I just like to do 100%. And the quality is high. So you don't want it to be low quality because if you look, it's going to make it very blurry and pixelated the lower that you go. So you want it to be a high quality. The image width and height is 1000 by 400, which is what we need for our dimensions. Like I said, you don't have to worry about that at all as long as you do the template first. I'm going to click download. All right. So now that's downloaded, and that's going to be in my downloads folder. I could close this. Okay. So we're done with that right now, right? So I'm going to slide my head out the way. Let's see. So now, done with that Word document too. Going to minimize that. So we're going to go over to downloads. And that is where the picture is located. Well, the banner is located. But it's also just, it's a JPEG image. So it would be considered an image. All right. So we're going to go to their website now. So now that's done first. Just doing it this way to get to it. All right. When I was in high school. And this will be a lot easier for you guys because you won't have to go digging for the page. It'll be the front facing page. Today is the 30th, so that'll be tomorrow. All right, home one. Okay, so that's the home page there for their site. And again, like you said, you can see that banner's here. All right, because that can't be there, right? Because they're not going to be called Wilson anymore. So we're going to hop into design mode. And from here, it's easy sailing. This is something that no one should be surprised by. So that banner portlet here, I'm going to click the pencil to edit. So you can see that picture's in there. Now, if you look, this is 1000 by 380. So again, that's something that, we want to avoid. Everything needs to be 1000 by 400. That way you won't have it, it won't automatically size it sometimes. So if you have something that's like 1000 by 500, it'll just make it bigger and then it'll go back up, whatever that size is for your banner image. And we don't want that because that doesn't look good at all. So I'm going to add an image, click browse. And that opens up, of course, your server for your images. So I'm going to go to banner images and I will go ahead and drop that in there. So I'm gonna hop back over here. And you can also drag and drop in here too, which is cool. They updated that a little bit ago. All right. This is the one time you don't have to worry about the properties on an image. Usually you have to go in and put the alt text. You don't have to do that right here because it's going to ask you on the next screen. So we're going to insert. And we're going to say the name that I'm typing in, that's just on your end for your reference. The alt text, of course, is what they're going to see. All right, so we got that. So all that's in there, and I'm going to hit insert image. And it pops up over here. So like I said, that name just pops up on this back end for you. No one else is going to see that except whoever's editing the banner. So that one, we can go ahead and delete that. So I'm going to do the action over here is to delete. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. All right. So we got the location. That banner's there. Now I'm going to hit update image order. That's basically just saying apply here, or okay, to close that out. So now that's up there. So, and it fits nicely, that's great. I think it looks good. All we did was put some text and a logo. Okay, so it's little things like that. That's gonna look way more attractive to people coming to the page. And also it's right here front and center. When you see it's right at the top of the page. So that's the great thing about the banner area, is that it's right in their face. They don't have to go digging for any information. All of it, any announcements that you have can be right here. Okay. So that's that. I'll have another video about using one where you can put in like a URL. So we'll go over that next time. But like I said, I just wanted to go through that one step by step. That's editing with Pixel X and updating, just a regular static flyer announcement image to your page. You can also use that for pictures, just recropping that and to make graphics that could be clickable. So like I said, I'll go over that in another video, but hopefully that helps. So good luck.